So this morning I wanted to explain how worrying about the things you can't control may be hindering your progress. So here are 5 reasons why. Reason number 1, no one is coming to save you. So if you're going through a hard time at the moment and you're waiting on others to come and help you out, to pick up the phone to ring you, to text you to see how you're going, and to basically help you fix your problems, you need to stop and reassess. And if it's one thing that I was doing or have been doing the last couple of months, is kind of waiting for certain members of maybe the family or certain friends to basically come and save me from my emotional turmoil. And the truth is that it will happen to a point, and they're not going to help fix all your problems for you. And the people that you may expect there to be there for you, to come and help you, or to say and do the right things, or to text you as frequently as you want them to, or to really just be your cheerleader constantly, it may not happen on the time frame that you expect them to, or expect it to happen. So if you do want your problems to be fixed, you need to be able to fix them yourself, okay? And if you are having a rough time at the moment, spending some time alone, listening to some videos which may resonate with you online, I find really helps. Spending some time in meditation, just spending some time in a bit of solitude can really help you find the answers to your situation. All right. Number 2, you have no control over anything but your own emotions, your attitude, and your thoughts. So it comes back to that old saying of, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So sometimes we can't control the way people behave, or maybe we want people to visit us more, for example, and they're not picking up the phone as much as we want them to. Or, for example, I went out for dinner with my parents on Saturday, and I love my parents to death, but I do limit how much time I spend around them because they're quite negative by nature. And they don't really invest in their own personal development. So they're probably never going to really grow a lot in life. They'll always be who they are. And no one can, force a horse to drink water, basically. So, so I suppose like one thing that my dad said to me, and it was quite funny actually, he goes, I said to him, he goes, how's business going? And I said, yeah, quite good actually. I'm working a lot less these days. I said, it's really good for my comp prep and stuff. And he turns around and goes, but this is the time where you need to be working your hardest. You work really hard now and then you slow down later. And it's like, I felt like saying, but why is that, Dad? So I can get to 58 and be broken and unhappy. And, it's a sad but true story is that my dad is 58. He's been an electrician his entire life. He loves what he does, which is great, but he's struggling to find work, and he'll get small amounts of work here and there, but that's about it. So unfortunately, when you work for other people, sometimes you can't control what happens to your own fate. Even if you work for yourself, it's not that easy either. But I just turned around and I said to him, look, Dad, I said, I'm working with a really good coach so that I'm not trading too much time for money, and I have a lot of balance in my life. And his comeback to that was, yeah, right, yeah. So kind of sometimes if you have these negative Nancy's in your life, don't be afraid to just put people in their place a little bit and just make light of it, but stand up for yourself as well, okay? So again, like your own emotions, your own attitude, like you could turn around and say, like, get upset over that, like whatever a person's comment may be, or you can just handle it like a boss and just be like, yeah, but this is what's working for me. This is how I do it. And I'm really, really happy as a result of that. Move on. Yeah. Number 3, lose all expectations of others. Again, like I said, people are not always going to show up for you at the time that you want them to. Everyone is busy. Everyone has their own life at the end of the day. The one thing you can control is yourself. Don't don't always expect people to come and save you, like I said. When you have too high of an expectation over others, people will more than likely let you down. When you lose all expectation, no one's going to let you down because you don't expect anything from them. If they don't text you back in time, that's okay. If they're not texting you all the time, that's okay as well. You know, like, it's a give and take relationship. You will have those people in your life that it never seems too hard. Like, you text them, they text you back. You know, you don't text them, but they'll text you. Whatever the case may be. You'll have others that support you so easily, and then you've got a whole bunch of family members who, as soon as you do well, they don't like any of your posts on Facebook. They're not cheering you on, and that can be disappointing as well. But people find it hard to relate to others when they don't have the same interests either. So if you're going on this journey at the moment and you have family members or friends that aren't doing the same thing or they're not interested in it, there's a good chance that they may not like what you're doing because they can't relate to it. It's not to say they don't admire what you're doing. It just means that they don't know how to relate to it. So just release all expectations. Number 4, you have the same amount of time as everyone else. Stop making it an issue. So time is one of those things where you really can control it. And the best way to control it is to write up a schedule. Schedule in all the things you need to do day to day. Okay? An example of what I would schedule into my diary, for example, if I give you a Monday, so I'm up at 5 a.m. because I need to be ready for Mindset Monday at 7 a.m. And the reason why I do it at 7 a.m. is because I want you guys to be able to watch this before you start your working day. I then punch through all of my client check-ins all morning. Okay, and then I've got some other business stuff which I do. So I have Mindset Monday with my coach. He does his Mindset Monday around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I've got to go to work this afternoon. I've got clients from 5, 6 and 7 p.m. You know, and most days my schedule looks pretty full because I schedule in when I'm going to be working on the business, when I'm going to be training, when I'm going for coffee with someone, when I need to ring someone. I make sure that everything is put in properly. And you guys need to make sure that you can do the same thing. Back to the time thing. So yeah, if some of you have children, which I know is, I don't have kids, so I don't know how hard it is to manage kids, manage a partner, manage a full-time job, and then still find the time to train. There are people that do it and they do it really successfully though. And it just means that you need to make a lot more sacrifice than others. That's all it means, is that you can do it, you can fit it in. It just means you'll need to slow other things down to speed the fitness process up. All right. Number 5, don't try to change others. And this can come back to number 3, lose all expectations of others too. So like if you have those negative Nancys in your life that don't think the way that you think, they don't value health and fitness like you do, don't try and change them. All right. Like in the past, I've wanted so badly for my parents to get into their own health and to start looking after themselves and to train a little bit or to go for walks or even just to travel more. They're the sort of people that don't really do much different other than work. They've worked their entire lives. That's all they know. Working hard is all they know. They don't know how to work smart. I admire what they've done in that respect. I can't say that they're lazy in that regard, but when it comes to their own personal health, it's just not a topic of interest for them. And that's really hard for me because as a child, I feel like the outcast in that regard because you think that you're doing something really well and you think others will follow in suit because you've done, you've been able to change your own life and stuff. But the truth is that it won't always be the case. It won't always happen. So you can't try and change others. You can appreciate them just the way they are. You can spend less time around them if you feel it's going to pull you down. But it'll create less grief and less anxiety in your life if you just accept people for how they are. So there you have it, guys. These are the 5 ways that you can let go of the things that you can't control and start to get more into a positive state of flow. So if you find this topic useful, let me know, drop me a comment or share the video on your page. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.